Hello and welcome to this UEE Exploration Core Academic course on Basic UEE Law. My name is Kwami, and I will be your virtual professor for this lesson. I am an experienced advocate for the UEE and have practiced law for over 17 years. This core academic course will cover the basics of UEE laws that form the foundation of our exploration activities. Bear in mind that this lesson will not cover our directives. Those are for another session. So, let us begin. We will begin with an overview of the UEE judicial system. We'll start with the Tribunal, then discuss the High Advocate, the Advocacy, the Civilian Defense Force, and the various jurisdictions you will encounter while exploring the verse. Section 1. Judiciary and Enforcement. The Tribunal. The Tribunal is an executive governing body in the United Empire of Earth. It is made up of a High Secretary, responsible for infrastructure, High Command, a three-person position responsible for managing each of the military branches, and a High Advocate, responsible for law enforcement. The Tribunal was initially formed alongside the United Planets of Earth but was eliminated when Eva Mesa first took power. The Tribunal was reinstated by the UEE Senate and Imperator Erin Toy in 2792. The High Advocate. The High Advocate is the leader of the Judiciary and Law Enforcement branch in the United Empire of Earth. Laws that have passed through the Senate and have been approved by the Imperator are interpreted and enforced by the High Advocate, then funneled to local governments for adoption. Originally created as an elected office in 2523, the position was dissolved by Eva Mesa I in 2546. It was re-established in 2793, after the events of the anti-Mesa revolution deposed Imperator Linton Mesa XI, ending over 200 years of despotic rule. The High Advocate is nominated by the newly elected Imperator but must be approved by the Directors' Council, a committee composed of the heads of the various law enforcement and judicial departments that fall under the High Advocate's control. This structure was set up after the end of the Mesa era to prevent future Imperators from treating the Advocacy and other departments as a private security force. The Advocacy. The Advocacy is an inter-system police force formed in 2523, serving the United Empire of Earth. The Director of the Advocacy reports to the High Advocate and oversees all law enforcement throughout the UEE. While local systems and planets do have their own police and security, the Advocacy supersedes the authority, and its agents are authorized to exercise more power in pursuit of crimes across systems. The Civilian Defense Force, or CDF. The Civilian Defense Force is a civilian militia connected to the United Empire of Earth Advocacy. Founded in 2947, it was created with the enactment of the Militia Mobilization Initiative as a way for law enforcement to enlist the public to help with larger-scale threats in the system. The CDF program is currently run under advocacy supervision, so local law must petition the Advocacy for authorization. Section 2. Jurisdictions. Privately owned wards. The term privately owned ward in the United Empire of Earth is a recently created designation for a planetary body that is owned and governed by corporations or individuals. First created for the Stanton system, these planets are more akin to corporations than nations, eschewing democratic leadership and the requirements for senatorial representation. The majority of their inhabitants generally work for the corporate owner, with any additional population being made up of those who have set up independent businesses to supply food, clothing, non-corporate provided housing, and other necessities. Inhabitants are protected by the UEE's common laws, but the enforcement of said laws is up to the discretion of the corporation. Unclaimed systems. An unclaimed system is a term used primarily in the United Empire of Earth to describe a planetary system that has not been annexed or otherwise claimed by any type of formal government. Because these systems are not under the jurisdiction of any body of law, some unclaimed systems become havens for activity that would be seen as criminal elsewhere. The United Empire of Earth, or UEE. While traveling within United Empire of Earth governed space, be mindful that you are subject to UEE laws, and if you violate them, even unknowingly, you may be expelled, fined, arrested, or imprisoned. UEE military and advocacy agents can require you to submit to identification scans to establish your identity, conduct searches of your person and vessel, and detain you with due course. Always obey the directives of authorized security personnel. Section 3. Crimes. Felonies. Felonies are arrestable actions that are considered crimes anywhere within the UEE's jurisdiction. These offenses are defined in the appendix. Felonies within the UEE jurisdiction include, but are not limited to, sabotage, homicide, escape from custody, and attempted escape from custody. Misdemeanors. Misdemeanors are finable actions and can vary by jurisdiction. The table included in this lesson outlines the misdemeanors for the UEE jurisdiction as well as the accompanying penalty. For details on each offense, see the appendix in the outline included in this lesson. This notwithstanding, misdemeanors include negligent homicide, grievous bodily harm, trafficking controlled substances such as illegal drugs or Class A substances, evading arrest, and second-degree trespassing. Well, there you have it. This short lesson gives you a basic understanding of the structure of the UEE legal system and laws that will be important during your exploration activities. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson, and that you continue to abide by UEE laws during your adventures out in the verse. Once again, my name is Kwami, and thank you for your time and attention. Class dismissed.